Hi, today I'm going to show you how easy it is to pick a color palette for your website using three separate free tools. The first tool we're going to start with is the Canva color palette generator. If you're not familiar with Canva, then it's a great free tool for graphic design. And if you upgrade to the pro version for a little bit of money a month, you can even do a lot more with it. But what I'm going to show you today is completely free. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to do this if you have a logo. So when we get to the color palette generator, I'm going to go here where it says upload an image. And I'm just going to go pick a logo that I had just kind of created for this exercise. And here it's bringing up this logo, and there is a nice color palette based on the different colors that are in the website. So now you could just go with these colors if you wanted, and we can see what they look like, or we can kind of play around with them a little bit to get something that might look a little bit better. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go open up my second app, and that's called Coolors.co, Coolors.co. It's also a free app. And I'm going to click here. Once I get there, I'm going to go to Generate. And it's going to slowly bring up this page. My internet connection is just a little bit slow today. And I'm going to get rid of my face here so we can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go back to this color palette. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lightest color, which here is this white. I'm going to click this copy, and that's copying this code that's right down there. I'm going to go back here to the far left-hand side, and I'm going to just paste in that code. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to lock that down by hitting the lock so that it just doesn't change. Now I'm going to go back to my color palette. I'm going to pick the darkest color, and I'm going to call this dark orange the darkest color. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go over to Coolors, and I'm going to put it over here in this corner. And then now I'm going to lock it down. Then I'm going to take the other three colors, and I'm just going to put them in here. And I'm going to take this color that's in the middle, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it in the middle. I'm going to lock it down. Then I'm going to take this color, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it in one of these free spots, and I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to lock it down. And then I'm going to go back and grab my final color, which I believe was this Navajo white. I'm going to copy it, come back here, and put it there, and I'm going to lock it down. Now, the cool thing about Coolors is once this is all locked down, I can slide any of these things around and get them to the right place, and I think I'm going to do it this way, just because I think that's easier to tell what's kind of going on. But anyway, now that I have this all locked down, oops, that's not locked down. I'm going to see what this might look like on a website. Now, this is a color palette. It's a complete color palette. We're going to see what it looks like on a website. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to one more free tool, and it's called colormind.io. And it's going to take you here to this free tool. And we want to make sure we go to website colors. And this is a really cool tool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these colors from here, and I'm going to copy them, and I'm going to paste them over into these boxes. Just in the same order I have them there. And again, I have to remember to lock everything down. So I'm going to copy this one, I'm going to take it over here, and I'm going to paste it in, and I'm going to lock it down. I'm going to go to the third color, I'm going to highlight it, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to paste it into this box, and I'm going to lock it down. Two more to go. I go over to here, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to go over to here, click in that box, I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to lock it down. One more color, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to put it here. Oops, didn't work. Hit Control V again, there we go. and I'm going to lock it down. Now, the cool thing that this tool does is that it shows you what these colors are going to look like in a website. Now, if you'll notice, it looks okay, but we've got all this orange text. Basically, you want your text on a website to be as close to black as possible without being black. So there's a little trick we can do to fix that. The background looks okay because you also want a kind of a light white color. So that's going to work too. So I think the white is pretty good on this one, but I think I want to change this dark color to something darker to see if it's going to show up a little bit better. And I might actually, don't know if I need all these 3 oranges. So let's just start playing around with this. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go to my darkest color. I'm going to click on this little grid icon. And I'm going to pick one of the darkest color that's here. These are the different shades of that color. I'm going to select it. And everything's still locked down. I'm going to just copy this. Notice now I have some kind of a black. It's a smoky black. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paste this color over here into this. Now things changed. Look at that. Now this is looking a lot better. I think that looks a lot better. Now if you wanted to keep that exact orange that was in your logo, you could switch it around and make one of these 2 boxes that orange and swap that out. And it would be easy enough to do by just copy pasting one of those colors back in here. So let's go back to our original one. I think this is the orange. This dark orange is what's actually in the logo. So I'm going to copy that again. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to put that in here this time. And then I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to put that over here and I'm going to see what that does. So there's another look. So you can just keep playing around with this to see till you get the right color combination that you want. So keep going back to colors, clicking on this little thing here and try different shades, or you can go back to your original one. We can go back to this sandy brown and I can put it back in here. My colors. I gotta get out of there for that to happen. Maybe I want to go back to this color. Let's try this again and see if I like it better. That's still locked down. And actually that kind of works too. So once you figure this out and you just keep playing around with this until you get the combination you like, then you can save this color palette. Oh, I'm gonna lock that down. Save this color palette in Coolors and look like I have a whole bunch of them here, or you can just export it out by clicking this button into a PDF or a PNG, and then you have your color palette for your website. It's that easy. Now let's go through and do it again. You can, if you don't have a logo for your website, we can follow the same process, but just using a photo that you like. So go to your favorite photo site like Unsplash or Pixabay and pick out a photo that you like, and you can create a color palette from the photo. I'm going to just refresh this, and now it's going to bring it up, and now you would normally upload an image, but I'm going to try it with a demo image. So I'm just going to hit this. It's looking at this image, and now it's coming up with a color palette. Now we're going to go through the same process again. I'm going to take this dark one. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to paste it in this box. I'm going to take the lightest one. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go over to ColorMind, and I'm going to paste it in this box. I'm going to go back. I'm going to take this orange. I think that's like a good accent color, and I'm going to paste that into this box right there. I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to take this brown, and I'm going to put it right here. And then I think I have one more color I need to grab, and it's going to be this dark sea green. And I'm going to paste it right here, and I'm going to make sure everything's locked down. Now that I have my colors set that I can export, the reason we're using this is to get a bunch of colors that we can export. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy this over, and I'm going to paste this in here. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to, whoops, not the right one. Whoops, here, copy this one. Wait a minute, I didn't get the Indian red, did I? Where did that one go? Let's go here, copy this. Let's go over here and do that. It's still locked down. This one, oh, let's just go in order. This one, still locked down. This one, still locked down. And this one. Still locked down. Now I can scroll down, and this is my website. Now, I don't have like a really good white here, and I don't really have a really good dark here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Coolors, and I'm going to go to this lightest color. I'm going to click on this grid, and I'm going to pick one, the whitest one I have there. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back over here, and over in this column, I'm going to put in that white. Then I'm going to go back to Coolors. I'm going to take this dark one, and I'm going to click on this grid, and I'm going to pick the darkest one, and I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put the dark code in here. Still locked down. Now I'm going to look at it. Oh, this looks a lot better. And you can play around with this. If you don't like that dark color, you could just use it for text. You can switch things around, but now we're getting a lot better contrast. You can go back to your original color palette and maybe switch out one of these again if you want a different color. But, you know, this is actually something that works good. But go back to colors to keep finding the different shades that you want till you get the look and feel that you're looking for. I say start with 5 colors because 5 colors is a lot easier to work with. But keep this handy, because if you need to come back and find another shade, then you've got this here. If you, at some point in the building of your website, you need to get another shade. I hope this helps.